welcome to the video. As you see from the title, today we will be revisiting the movie Train to Busan. I know that if you have not seen any of our other videos on this channel, this is totally different and new for us right now during our time of quarantine. Actually, we're quarantined here. I'm quarantined here in the Philippines, and Jay and I made a discussion where we decided that we're going to postpone a lot of our reactions and other things that we usually do here on the channel, and we're just going to bring some topics like this related to pandemic that we can, start discussion and see where other people are thinking around the world. All right, we have a lot to get into regarding this movie, so we're trying to make it fast so that we can start the discussions. Let me jump in right into my notes. Okay, here we go with the topic of whether we should keep helping people or not helping people in general. You may see someone falling over having a seizure, so you think they're having a seizure, right? Touching them or even getting too close to them could actually put you in harm's way along with them. Does running away to find professional help make you a bad person in order because you're gonna have to leave them in order to go find someone that's professional and try to help them in that moment? Does that make you a bad person? What does it help? What does it help trying to assist someone just in the end to end up being sick, and now it's two of you sick in the same situation and possibly no one else around that's going to help? Those are some things that I really thought about. I feel like a lot of the early victims in this movie were actually became victims just because they were trying to help somebody. If you look back in the earlier parts of this movie, please forgive me, you guys. I'm gonna stop and let you know this is gonna be spoilerish, okay? So if you have not seen the movie, before I start getting into certain scenes of the movie, which I'm about to do right now, you may want to stop and go see the movie or download it or however you're gonna watch, and then you can come back and join the discussion here. All right, got a lot to say. Like I said, I feel like a lot of people in this movie, especially in the earlier scenes of the movie where the outbreak was getting started, I feel like a lot of the people became infected just because they were helping somebody. And if you've seen the movie, I hope you understand and see what I'm talking about. You had the girl that fell, the initial girl that had got onto the train. She fell down, and then you had the one of the lady. I don't know what you call those people that work on the train, but she saw her fall. She saw her convulsing and everything. Then she's running to her to help, and it just becomes a thing. Like, of course you want to be able to help people, but do you help people? Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Okay, like I said, we got a lot to get to. Okay, and another lesson that I was noticing is to pay attention to your surroundings. Had the guy that was had been paying attention, the one that was standing outside of the train, letting people in, and then signaling to the conductor that it was clear to go. And if you notice the initial, I guess I'm gonna call them patient zero, but I don't think that they clearly were not. I don't know, but you saw the person run from behind him and jump into the train without him even being aware of his surroundings. Now, this beware of your surroundings does not only apply to that worker, but also to everybody else that was on the train. Wherever this person jumped into the train at, surely there had to be some people seated there that should have been paying attention and noticed that something was not right with this individual. Being aware of your surroundings is very, very important. What did I have here? Granted, that means there will be no movie without it. If everybody had been paying attention, and if the guy who should have noticed this person trying to jump on clearly without a ticket or anything, they just literally ran and jumped into the train. Granted, I understand that if the person had not been allowed on the train, we would not have the movie Train to Busan. So I get that, but I'm just saying there's actually a great lesson in just being aware of your surroundings, and that includes, like I said before, the other passengers that were on the train as well. Let's see, what else do I have? Can anybody tell me if I'm wrong, or did the lead guys? This was kind of a little bit funny and sad to me, but did it? I don't. If you recall, the lead man, the girl's father, he was speaking on the phone on one scene to his mom. No, yeah, I think it was his mom, which was the girl's grandmother, and we could tell that she was starting to transition in that during that call. And I swear, the woman called the little girl the B word, and I really was like, what? Did I just read that on my screen, that she called the little girl the B word? Because the way that the conversation was going, it didn't seem to me that she would be relaying that to the guy's that girl's mom, because previously in the movie it seemed like his mom wanted him to be back with that woman. So I don't see where she would have, even in her transitional phase, would have referred to that woman as the B word versus the little girl, because the little girl was very, I don't know, she was very different with the father and the family. I do understand, as I kept going through the movie, that okay, I understood that the girl's issue with the dad was just mostly of him being an absentee father, but it seems that the girl also had a problem with the grandmother for some reason. It just, I don't know. Can somebody explain that to me? Now, what did I have here? Not to hate on the dad at all, but it seems that he knew about that virus outbreak. Now, some people, okay, for the most part, it seems that the Train to Busan is titled as or classified as some type of zombie movie, which of course, you know, we can all understand that because there were tons of zombies, right? And I mean, these were some of the most animated. Man, did you notice those scenes where the zombies were like rolling on the ground and jumping back up? And oh man, that to me is what made it so crazy, because we're used to seeing zombies just being very slow moving. However, let's try to keep this moving, all right? But not hating on the dad, but I feel like he knew about the virus outbreak. There were some other things that were going on that happened throughout the movie that made me get that feeling. I don't want to get into those things, but we can discuss that in the comments. Can you imagine if you were sent to a quarantine area, and then when you arrive there, the military and the workers that are there that were supposed to greet you and get you, possibly, you know, get you quarantined, keep you safe and all of that, and you arrive and all of them are actually infected? Bye. I cannot. That was so scary. Just the thought and the idea of that was crazy. All right. What if, this was a big discussion around here. We were wondering, what if your spouse or your loved one that was being infected, to where now their mentality has changed to the point where they're trying to attack you and they're trying to infect you? Are you able to kill them to get to safety? And if that sounds a little bit too rough for you to wrap your mind around, well, would you be able to even possibly knock them unconscious just so that you can try to either get to somewhere that's safe, get them to somewhere that is safe, or to get someone professional to be able to possibly cure them? Because thinking about it, you know, especially in the movie, the people that are dealing with this, they don't really know what they're dealing with. Okay, so that's a topic there. And lastly, one of those old ladies, the old lady scene really kind of ticked me off. We can talk about this in the comment section. I don't really understand why they committed suicide and all of that. Okay, but let's join the discussion in the topic in the comment section. Until next time, peace.